Recently moved all my canning jars across country from North Carolina to Idaho. Jen, again, if you know anything about me, you know I have probably over 1,000 jars of food cans. And we drove, we packed, we moved everything ourselves. Over 2,000 miles and 33 hours of driving. Today, you're going to see the process of us loading everything into our cars. We have 2 medium-sized SUVs, and when I store my jars on the shelves, I keep them in the original boxes that they came in from the canning companies. I never usually stack my jars unless we're moving them. I don't store my jars with the rings on either, and I actually don't even keep an abundance of rings, so I didn't have enough to put them on, and honestly, I wasn't about to do that anyway. You should, however, put your rings on very lightly when you're moving your jars. That is definitely the recommendation. We got this huge dolly. I put it in my Amazon storefront. We were moving from a 2nd floor apartment in a complex. We had to park our Penske truck around the corner of the complex. This was so much work. We had to take so many trips, but this dolly really came through. So we stacked quarts on the bottom, pints in the middle, and half pints or smaller on top. Sometimes I put pints on top of pints just to get the job done faster. That did concern me a lot, but we got the job done. Thank God for my boyfriend who did most of the work. I'm going to show you all the rest of the process, but again, for now, we're just loading up the cars. Look, we didn't do a perfect job. We're not movers. I just kind of cushioned everything in and made it so nothing would fall. Again, quarts on the bottom, pints on top, half pints or quarter pint also on top, but I tried not to stack anything on top of the pints. You also want to make sure that the weight is evenly distributed and that there's no room for the jars to toss and turn while driving. The next few days, I'm going to show you the rest of the moving process and let you know if we lost any jars during the process. Let me know what you think so far. We did make it safely, thank goodness. But have we done a better job? Yes. But did we get the job done? Also yes. Stay tuned for tomorrow.